All right, so we'll just kind of go around. First, we'll talk about the easy client. If you guys just want to maybe share some examples of, your thoughts, your affirmations, that sort of thing. Anybody who wants to share?
I mean, we had, for one, determined, so it's something like you show determination to accomplish the goals that you set forth.
Okay, so yeah, that very outright affirmation, that's awesome.
I have a client who is really simple to work with because she's just very understanding, I guess, to put a basic word on it. So I wrote down things like passionate, loving. She's a great friend to people. Some of the reflections I tend to have with her are she gets into trouble with helping friends out when she doesn't really need to. For instance, like at school, getting into arguments or fights that have nothing to do with her. And so a lot of my reflections involve, it sounds to me like you're a very loyal friend, but what are some other options that we can do, or simple reflections like that.
Okay, sure. So kind of affirming those positive qualities, but maybe help redirecting them towards the positive and kind of understanding the consequences of when they can take a negative turn. Anybody else want to share for our easy client? Okay, what about for a more difficult client?
For a difficult client, I have one that's kind of, so I've been working with him, he's not really focused on the things that, he needs to do, more the things that, he wants to do. And I kind of say for that he's very committed to the things that he's passionate about. For a strength in the affirmation would be that he seems that he's very committed to the things that he is passionate about. The reflection is just basically, sounds like your tough life has made you very committed to things that bring you happiness.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like that too shows a lot of your compassion. You're kind of understanding that this is his past and that's what brought him here, And also too, once you have that more of a rapport with him, kind of helping him, okay, so how do we take this positive attribute and focus it on more positive things. What else?
For a difficult client?
I know this one was a tougher one.
I know I have a difficult client that it's not as well. She has a problem with following any sort of authority, so is to put it in like a strength-based perspective, I just say that she really knows what she wants and when she wants it, and you can kind of affirm her with that, but I also give her reflections kind of like the last one, trying to get her into like what else she can do, so that she can either be on the same level or appreciate or listen to authority. So.
Awesome. I know this one was pretty difficult, I think, for most groups to be able to, especially because these are clients you've been working with for a while, and like Carrie had said before, you're already frustrated, you feel like you're putting in more work than they are, so it can be kind of difficult to set that aside and say, okay, now how do I look at this with an objective eye? What's the strength? How can I affirm that? What kind of maybe stepping back from the heat of the moment, how would I kind of try and take that spirit of MI and channel it into a reflection in this case. Kind of before, I know we're getting close to time, but before we finish up, does anybody else have anything about, anything else to share with, your clients, or even just your experience of doing this with a difficult client? All right, awesome. Well, thanks, guys.